Whether you're thinking about buying a home or selling a home,
Trish Sells ATL can help.
with the current Atlanta real estate market, buyer and seller opportunities are better than ever.
Thank y'all so much, but I'll take it from here. Sellers, this is your market. It's time for you to get off of that fence and put your home on the market and get it sold to my buyers who are waiting for you to list your home. I'd love to earn your business, so please give Trish a call at Keller Williams Realty Buckhead, 404-604-3800, or text or call 404-819-4495. Please also visit my website at TrishSellsATL.com. Let's talk about how I can assist you with achieving your real estate goals and making your dreams a reality.
List your house with our mommy at TrishSellsATL.com.
Good afternoon, y'all. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, everybody. We get into the groove of things, and I give you guys an opportunity to go tell your neighbor, tag somebody, like and share this post. Let somebody know that Trish Sells ATL is online. I'm here to do my weekly real estate updates. And if you have any questions, to answer any real estate related questions that you may have. So as we are giving folks an opportunity to kind of log in, we're going to listen to a little bit of 90s music. And I have to keep it low, you guys, because, you know, Facebook will snatch you off and YouTube will say, oh, you're using... are you using fair rights or fair use? And, you know, we're using this fairly, not to make any, I guess, money off of the use of the song, but just to kind of get us hyped up and in a good mood. It's Wednesday, it's hump day. So I know everybody, you know, is probably a little tired. It's like midweek. And so we just want to jam a little bit as we get prepared. Yes and yes. I'm going to share my own post, like I tell you guys to tag, like, and share. I need you guys to share my post as well. So we'll give you guys a few more minutes to get logged in on this wonderful Wednesday, and we will hop right into your weekly real estate update. Too bad I couldn't sing, y'all. I had to keep real estate as my first job. So yes, good afternoon, IG. Good afternoon, YouTube. Good afternoon, Facebook. Thank you so much for tuning in weekly. Thank you so much for tagging, liking, sharing. Thank you for referring me business. I completely and absolutely and fully appreciate you. As we go ahead and move on into our real estate segment. Happy Wednesday. You know, we jump right into our newsletter, and I already have it pulled up today, y'all. So let's jump right into it. This newsletter is actually sent out every Monday. So if you want to be a part of our marketing list, I'm going to drop the link for Facebook. I'm going to drop the link in the chat. At YouTube, I'm going to drop the link in the chat. And what you can do is you can follow along as I am talking on today. Well, let me figure out how to get it up and running first and foremost, y'all. But I'm going to try to drop it in the chat. Let me look at the captions. I'm using my laptop today, y'all, so I'm not on my main PC. So I am on the struggle bus just a little bit. And I want to put my comments on here, but anywho, when I figure it out, I'll put it up here later so that you guys can follow it. But if you want to subscribe to our this communication, you can just email us and ask us to add you. If you email info@TrishSellsATL.com Instagram, YouTube, info@TrishSellsATL.com. If you email us there, we will be more than happy to add you to our newsletter mailing list. And then you get all of the other cool things that I send out to my clients. So what's good, y'all? You know, we go over these market numbers first and foremost. We go over these market numbers. I got my comparison so we can do our side by side. So this week, we had 155 new listings to hit the market per Georgia MLS. And this is from last Monday to this Monday, y'all. I pull this report every Monday. So from last Monday to this Monday, we had 155 listings to hit the market. We had 246 new listings to go under contract. So we had 246 new contracts, and we had 77 closings by this Monday. We had 77 closings. So we had 155 new listings to hit the market from the previous Monday to this past Monday. We had 246 new contracts from last Monday to this past Monday. And we had 77 closes from last Monday to this past Monday. So that was pretty good comparing the numbers from last week. The last week numbers were astronomical. It was 343 new listings, 482 new contracts, and 139 closings. So as you can see, that number went down tremendously. It almost went to half. It almost went to half, you guys. Like half of the 343. And then even with the new contracts, it was about half. So, you know, the market, we had a lot of activity coming this month, you know, as expected. And we continue to just kind of chug along, everybody. I know one of your biggest questions is when is the best time to buy a house? When should I buy a house? What should I be doing right now? I can tell you that real estate is hitting the market every day. I'm seeing new listings come on every day. So if you're a buyer, you kind of been out there for a while, do not lose hope. Do not lose hope. We are going to get you in a home, but we are still waiting on inventory. As you can see, last week was a huge week for inventory. And, you know, it depends on the price range. So I have not seen a certain price range, you know, like more of this price range going on the market than maybe some others. But I will say that just keep watching. That's why I set my clients up with their automated portals. And what happens is when a realtor puts a home in the system and it matches their criteria, they get the update automatically as soon as it hits the market. And yes, it's faster than Zillow, Realtor.com, and all those other sites that you guys search on, because this is our system built for realtors. And so you get first deals with us with seeing the properties that come on the market. So moving on, for your weekly mortgage update, costs to consider when you are purchasing a new home. So a few costs that you should consider are down payment. You know, with FHA is traditionally, okay? FHA is 3.5%, conventional is 5%. VA, you know, that's zero down, that's 100% covered by the government. Thank you guys so much for your service. And USDA is about, I think it's 3%, 3.5%, but don't quote me on the USDA. Now, there are some lenders who do have products where they have a 3% FHA, they have a 3% conventional loan, they have a 100% conventional loan. That is dependent upon the lender that you select. So I just wanted to throw that out there because, you know, just historically, 3.5% for FHA, 5% for conventional. That's your down payment and your money down, okay? But there are lenders who have different products that will give you the 3% conventional, the 100% conventional. I've seen the 3% FHA as well. So just wanted to throw that out there. So costs to consider are your down payment, your closing costs. Your closing costs can be anywhere from 3 to 4% of your purchase price. 3 to 4% of the purchase price of the home. So whatever the home is under contract for, if you want to kind of guesstimate how much closing costs you're gonna, you know, need, it's gonna be between 3 and 4% of the purchase price. Homeowners insurance. private mortgage insurance. So those are two insurances that are included when you are purchasing a new home. The homeowner's insurance policy, they normally like to issue out the first year policy and they want you to pay for it. If you have, State Farm and Allstate and all of them, you can get a better rate with bundling it if you already have your car insurance or like renter's insurance or something with them. But that is one of the insurances that you will have to be aware of. And private mortgage insurance. That's something is 1.75% of the purchase price. You can either roll that into your loan or you can pay it up front. If you decide to pay it up front, it will be due at closing, but there is an option for you to roll the private mortgage insurance into your loan. HOA fees. HOA fees is something to consider as well. When you're moving into a property and they have an HOA, they may want an initiation fee. That's initiating you into the HOA, right? And so we want to make sure on our disclosures, usually when you go into contract and the home is in a community that has an HOA, you have to review what is called a community association disclosure. On that disclosure, it discloses the amount of the initiation fee. And so that is also a number that is calculated into the amount of money that you have to bring to closing. Property taxes, that is a big one. So when you're purchasing a home, the current owner, who is the seller, will own the home from January until, let's say you're closing in September. So they technically own the home from January until September. They can do one of two things. They can give you a credit, and then once the tax bill, no tax bills are already out, so they can't do that. But if they do, the closing attorney has to make sure that money gets to the escrow account, so that when your escrow account is set up, that these funds are already in there, so that when it's time to collect for property taxes, you have the seller's portion of the property taxes for the year. So the seller will be responsible from January to September, and then on your date of closing, you will be responsible for half of that day, to December 31st. And so that's how property taxes work. Maintenance, repairs, utilities, move-in expenses. So you got to get your moving truck, you got to get, your light, electric transfer, you may have to get your gas transferred, you may have to get your cable internet, home security system. These are all expenses that you have to consider when you're purchasing a home. So that's your down payment, and that's anywhere between 3% to 5% for down payment, and that's of the purchase price. You have to consider your closing costs that are anywhere from 3 to 4% of the purchase price. Then you have to consider your insurance. You have two insurances. Homeowners insurance, which they usually like to calculate that and collect that for a year up front. However, you may be able to, if you have a company that offers multiple lines, like State Farm and Allstate, you may be able to roll that into one payment to bundle it, and you may get a cheaper rate. Private mortgage insurance, you have two options: pay it at closing. If you decide to pay it at closing, it's 1.75% of the purchase price. If you decide to have it rolled into the loan, then you don't have to worry about bringing that to closing. HOA, as I said, when you're purchasing a home that's in a HOA, you have to review and sign a community association disclosure. And from there is when we extract the information about how much the initiation fee is. And so that's due at closing as well. So that's a part of the closing costs. The property taxes, the seller owner will own the house from January to the date of close, half of the day of close, and you'll own the house when you close on it from half of the day of close until December 31st. And so normally those funds, if the seller has not paid them already, they're collected from them, placed in your escrow account, so that when it's time to pay the property tax bill, that that money will be deducted. If it's already been paid, then you will owe the seller a credit. And so the other nuances, this moving expenses, you have to have a moving truck, or you're going to hire movers. You got to think about, I have to transfer the electricity bill. I got to transfer the gas bill, the water bill, or, initiate new service sometimes, garbage service, cable, internet, security system, so those are things that you have to factor into when you are purchasing a new home as well. So I just wanted to go over that, and that was brought to you guys by Clyde Penton with Van Dyke Mortgage. Clyde Penton with Van Dyke Mortgage. Clyde, thank you for being one of our lender partners and sending us this information for us to share with our viewers. And so, as I said, your weekly real estate update, we are on YouTube as well. So if you missed the one from last week, you can go to our YouTube channel and you can watch. If you want to catch up to see what we've been talking about, you can go to our YouTube channel. Just type in Trish Sells Atlanta, and our YouTube channel should populate. Y'all, we are under contract. I know that we were talking about this house was coming soon. Well, it came and it went. It went on the market on Thursday. We did not have showings until the open house on Saturday and Sunday. We had about 25 people come into the open house on Saturday. We had about 50 people to come into the open house on Sunday, and we went under contract. And yes, it did go for over list price. So congratulations to my seller who is under contract. We are done with our due diligence period. Our financing contingency period has ended. The appraiser will be out on today. And so these homes are moving fast. Shouts out to my buyer, who she is also under contract with a new construction home. I'm not certain what you guys are hearing. However, relationships matter, knowing communities matter, knowing how to navigate, this market, it matters. So my client was able she was looking at a resale in the neighborhood and noticed that this property was still available, contacted the new community sales agent. It was already standing, almost complete, and she will be moving in her home in October. So congratulations to both seller and buyer. This could be you. Give me a call or text 404-819-4495, 404-819-4495. That is my telephone number, you guys. I put it on the screen, Facebook, so that you can see it. All righty, moving along. We are on TikTok. Don't stop. TikTok, don't stop. And our handle is always and forever at Trish Sells ATL. It is at Trish Sells ATL. And so please follow us. We got a few likes on here. We got a few folks following us. So don't be shy. This is where we kind of, it's a mix. It's not all real estate. So if you want to just see what we're doing, kind of get some bloopers and all that stuff, I encourage you to follow us on TikTok, and I will put that up on the screen. Give me 1 second. I told y'all I'm using my laptop today. So that is our TikTok name at Trish Sells ATL, and we will keep moving through it. All right, guys, I have some news. We bid both Reginald and Nigel farewell as they move on to opportunities. They are leaving Keller Williams Realty Buckhead, and therefore they are moving on from my team. So we wish them all the best, and we thank you for their contribution to the Trish Sells Atlanta team. And like I said, we wish them all the best in their future endeavors. Tiana will continue to serve as my main showing assistant. She will continue to serve as my main showing assistant so that we have coverage, especially on those days when I may be north, she can be south, or I'm south and she needs to go north or east and west. It's always good to have another pair of hands and feet on the ground. Thank you for joining, popping on a handstand on Instagram. I appreciate you tuning in to Trish Sells ATL. But Tiana will continue to serve in the capacity as our showing agent. And that means that Trish Sells Atlanta is hiring. I have not even placed this on Facebook or Instagram yet, but I am hiring what is called a real estate apprentice. So let me have my Kevin Hart moment. Let me explain what a real estate apprentice is. I am in need of a buyer's agent, and that's the capacity that Nigel served in, and Reginald was his assistant. So that means that they will be working with buyers. However, there is a transition when you start to work with buyers. And so prior to you being a buyer's agent is real estate apprenticeship. You need to come in. You need to learn the forms. You need to learn the lingo. You need to learn the scripts. You need to learn, how do I engage a buyer? And you can only really do that by experience. Yes, we go to real estate school. Yes, we have to take a test for the technical parts of real estate, but the art of selling is something that is totally different. So with that being said, the best way is for you to be, if you're really interested in this real estate business, if you want to work hard, because real estate is not easy. I don't know who told you guys that HGTV is what real estate actually looks like. It does not. It is gritty. It's hard work. But if you have a good work ethic, if you're willing to work hard, if you're willing to put in the work, then you will be successful at real estate. I have not been in this business for 13 years because somebody gave me a lead. I had to lead generate myself, and that's something that happens daily. So with this being said, if you would like to apply for the Trish Sells Atlanta real estate apprenticeship, I have some qualifications below, but let me put on the screen my email address because that is where I will be accepting applications. So if I see a resume come over, the first thing that I know is you are watching the weekly Real Estate Chronicles. So thank you so much for watching. So here are the qualifications, okay? It is a full-time position. You must either have a real estate license or you are studying. And when I say studying, you're about to take your school test. Okay? You're studying to get your license to apply. That's a non-negotiable with being a Trish Sells Atlanta buyer's agent. You have to already have a real estate license, and maybe you have one and you're just getting into the business. You're not really sure what to do. You want to know, what to do to run a successful business, to speak with buyers, to help others, to learn. This is the position for you. You will need a real estate license. You get a background check when you receive your license. You must have reliable transportation. You must, and once you complete your apprenticeship is going to be for 90 days. So that's 3 months where you're going to serve as an apprentice, okay? And after that, that's when we will discuss about you moving into the role of a buyer's agent. So that means that you got to come in guns blazing, literally, and that's a literal form. But you got to come in ready to work and ready to work hard. You have to be a go-getter. You have to be a self-starter. You have to be on time. You have to initiate. If there's something that you don't understand, you need help with, you need to ask questions. You need to be observing what I'm doing. When I'm having a conversation with the buyer, you should be sitting there taking notes so that when you have that conversation with the buyer and you study your scripts, you know exactly what to say to them. So this also gives you an opportunity to kind of get a day in the life of, and it gives you a bird eye view. So you have to make those 90 days before you will be considered to be a buyer's agent for this team. You will work from home. I use Microsoft Teams, and you won't only be working from home. You must have your own computer and laptop as well. You will not only be working from home. However, you will have some face-to-face training. It is absolutely necessary in this position. What else do I have in here? Yes, this position segues into the buyer's agent position. It's designed to give you a leg up over the competition because you're going to be so knowledgeable. You're going to be going out there getting business. You'll be talking to people right away as you're being trained. As I'm talking to them, I'm introducing you so that I'm giving you an opportunity to see exactly what an agent who is highly productive is doing. You are expected to sell at least one home per month after the first 6 months. You are required and expected to sell at least one home per month after the first 6 months. And those who apply themselves, they can sell between 2 and 3 homes a month. Okay. It's not rocket science, but it's repetitive. And as John C. Maxwell always says, if you keep chopping the tree in the same spot every day, eventually going to fall. And so me really teaching when it comes to this apprenticeship. So responsibilities include talking to people in our CRM that want to purchase and sell a home, participating in training. Kel Williams, I participate in training. So that's a mandatory for you. Show up on time. You must be motivated and ready to work and advance your life. You must communicate with clients and colleagues consistently and effectively. You must be able to shadow me at open houses. I'll teach you your contract, and it's something that you have to study. You don't learn a real estate contract by just reading it one time. You have to go over it over and over again because our contracts change twice during the year, at the beginning of the year and usually in July. This is I have on here an 8-hour shift, but y'all know I work way longer than that, right? So at least 8 hours, Monday through Friday, and some weekends because open houses normally occur on weekends. And the pay is commission based. So whatever you put work into and it turns into a sale, that's how you will be paid. So if you don't do any work, that means you will not get paid. So real estate apprenticeship, if you know somebody who's interested in real estate, they just got their license and they want to know how to grow. They want to know how to do real estate, the art of selling. I encourage them to apply at info@trishsellsatl.com. Y'all, we got all kind of stuff in this newsletter this week. Leadership isn't about flexing your authority. It's about empowering people. And even in the business of Trish Sells Atlanta, our goal is to empower, it is to educate, and it is to edify, whether it's purchase, sell, or invest, to make sure that you have the information and knowledge needed to make an informed real estate decision. And so therefore, even in the capacity of leadership, my goal is always to empower people with knowledge, information, and educate them so that they'll be successful in their real estate transaction. So that's my 2 cents on that. And thank you so much, everybody who tunes in every Wednesday. You may be able to drop in and then you got to drop out and you got to go. That's perfectly fine. Thank you so much. We are on Facebook Live, Instagram, and on YouTube. And guess what? We also have a podcast. So if you can't sit, if you're at work and work, they don't like you to be on Facebook, and be doing your work. They don't like you to be on YouTube either. But if you, if you are able to listen to a podcast or music or something like that, if you say, Alexa, please play the Southern Belle of the ATL, this podcast comes up. Or if you search on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Amazon, Alexa, iHeartRadio, Pandora, TuneIn, and it's plenty of other listening platforms that we are on. Just type in the Southern Belle of the ATL. This podcast will populate, and so you don't have to watch us, you can listen to us. So once I'm done with my live, I upload it immediately so that it is streamed to those platforms for your listening pleasure. So moving on to our seller consultation. Sellers, if you are on the fence, if you're thinking about selling your home, we need to talk. please email me your address. Put your address in the subject line and put on there free consultation. I will complete a CMA for you. That's a comparative market analysis where we'll get a valuation of if you choose to sell your home, how much should we put it on the market for, and have a conversation about what will be best. We'll have a conversation about your goals, what it is that you need to do to achieve this, so that we can come to a meeting of the minds and decide if this is a good decision for you to put your home on the market. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Moving on. Moving on. I'm sorry, I got a homeschool person with me today because their school is shut down, but that's a whole nother thing. I want to sell my house, but so for all the sellers who, you may not want to send me your address. You may want to send me an email and say, Trish, I want to sell my house, but, and you may have a reason. And so please send that to me. You can email it to me. As a matter of fact, let me put my my cell phone number back up on the screen. Y'all gotta forgive me because I keep having to toggle down instead of across to get my different captions to come up. But even if you want to text it to me, Trish, I want to sell my house, but please call or text me. If you don't want to email it, text it to me. Trish, I've been thinking about selling my house, but I'm trying to get a modification. I don't know if it's going to be approved. I'm getting divorced. I may be upside down. I don't know. The house cow jumped over the moon and the house is on the moon. Hey, give me a call so that we can talk about your situation. I've been in the business for 13 years. There's not much that I haven't seen. And my goal is to provide you with a solution, even if it's to say, yeah, you may need to wait. You know what I'm saying? So just if you want to throw it past me and just get my thoughts, I'm more than happy to talk to you about it. Okay. And I appreciate you for even, contacting me, because I know sometimes it does take courage to say, hey, I really need to do something about this situation. I get it. And I'm completely here for you. Okay. Buyers, we still have options. I know that, we're still going through multiple offers, y'all. We still have multiple offer situations going. Okay. So with that being said, we still have Ribbon. Ribbon is an awesome program, kind of like wholesaling. I definitely support it. I've closed people with Ribbon. They have a phenomenal team and they keep updating everything daily to make sure that, they're staying competitive with their offers. Divvy and Home Partners of America, those are two lease purchase programs. So one requires a credit score of 580 and the other one is 560. I can't remember which is which. But those are two lease purchase programs where you may not be ready right now, or you may not be able to get pre-approved for a home, but you can get pre-approved for Divvy with those credit scores. You must have a job. You cannot currently be in bankruptcy, and you cannot have any evictions either. But these two programs are wonderful when it comes to you not being ready yet, but you are getting there. So these are Trish approved. And then with Ribbon, you have to already be pre-approved by your lender, because Ribbon works parallel to your lender to get you closed. They only step in to purchase the property if there is a problem, which they can, and it can become just like these two programs. But the goal of Ribbon is to put that cash up front and then work with your lender simultaneously to get you closed. So I just wanted to bring that to you guys' attention, that we still have those wonderful programs for you. Hey, Coach Shannon, thank you so much for tuning in on Instagram. The bold law of the week, y'all. I started doing this as a motivator. We kind of get into the last leg in the fourth quarter of the year. And, sometimes we slow down. But for me, I try to rev up. The last quarter is always my favorite part of the year, because that is my home for the holidays campaign. We really try to rev it up so we can get as many people in homes by Christmas and beyond. But that's when we are in the spirit, in the season, which we should do this all year. But we are in the spirit, in the season of giving. We want to really, do that goodwill and, just do some fun stuff. This has been a really challenging year, okay? But this is also us coming together just as a people and just saying it's been a challenging year, but we made it. And so one of the things that I wanted to bring to the table was motivation for the week, y'all. And it has helped me really clear my mind. I post these on Sundays on my social media. And so for this week is clarity is power. And so as I pondered on that thought and just thought about clarity and having a clear vision and just saying, hey, when you have a clear vision, then your thought process can be better because your vision is clear, and then you make better decisions because you have complete clarity and because you have all of the facts and the knowledge that you need possibly to make a huge decision, that it places you in a position of power, and clarity empowers you because you have a clear mind, you have a clear spirit. And so that is our bold law of the week. Clarity is power. I hope it motivated you just like it motivated me. If you are looking for a community expert in realtor, look no further than to Trish Sells Atlanta. You can call or text me 404-819-4495. I have been in this business for 13 years. I am rooted and raised in the ATL. I serve Atlanta and all surrounding counties. I have been as far north as Brazelton, as far south as Locust Grove, as far east as Covington, and as far west as Winston. And that's past beyond Paulding County. Really, what's the next city past Winston? It's down to almost in Alabama. So that lets you know the area that I coverage. I do not pigeonhole myself to one area because I have different clients from different walks of life. I always envision my business as being diverse. And so because I am a full-time realtor and business owner, we go where our clients want to go. So I just want to put that out there. You can schedule an appointment with me. If I can get this link up, I will post it in the chat. But if not, when we get off the live, I'll make sure that I repost this from today. So that way you have access to the link. These links are live. So when you get the newsletter where it says schedule an appointment with Trish, you can click on this and the appointments come up. So I just wanted to make you aware of that. It's locked because I'm sharing my screen right now, so you're not able to see it. I do offer consulting and training services, and so that goes along with the apprenticeship. However, when you're a Trish Sells Atlanta apprentice, you actually get this for free. But when you are not, you do have to invest in your business through consulting and training so that you are a better industry leader and prepared to dominate the market. I'm always one to say that you have to have some skin in the game. You have to invest in your business and you have to invest in yourself if you want to be a top producing realtor and dominate this market. So I do offer those training services as well. So if you're a realtor, you need to, get some stuff shaken off, you kind of being out of sorts, I'll be more than happy to consult and train you with a fee. You can sign up using this link. So if you need to text me 404-819-4495, I'll be more than happy to send you the link so that you can get scheduled. This is our official Trish Sells ATL promo. It is also the very first thing that you will see when you hop onto our YouTube channel. So remember, subscribe to our YouTube. Just type in Trish Sells Atlanta and the YouTube comes up. This should be on the screen on Facebook. And we're going to keep going. And so, yes, we are open. Our hours of operation are Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. On Fridays, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. On Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And on Sundays, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. All showings are scheduled by appointment only, and you must have. It is the law in Georgia, and it is on the exclusive buyer brokerage agreement that in order for us to show you guys property, that we have to have a signed agreement. It covers you, it covers me. And so that is what we do. When you are a Trish Sells Atlanta client, you already know you schedule your appointment. We go out and we see it. Sometimes we have to schedule it based on the actual home and the realtor. So, it gets kind of hairy, but we try to work with everybody's schedule, even if we have to do like a virtual show, right? I do not show on Mondays because I am normally swamped from 8 o'clock a.m. to 10 o'clock p.m. with reviewing contracts, with negotiating contracts, and with getting the business from the weekend imputed into the computer and all of that. So that is a mandatory desk day that we do not show, but we show on all other days. I accept phone calls from 9 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. and that's calls and text messages. That is Monday through Thursday. If you contact me and it's a weekend and it's after this time, it'll be your call or text will be returned on the next business day within a 24-hour time frame. I am out of the office every Thursday. That is my one off day per week where I rest and recharge so that I can be fresh for you, my clients and potential clients. So we have come to the end of our newsletter. Does anybody have any questions, any concerns? Please drop them in the chat. Please place them in the chat and I'll be more than happy to answer any of them. And if we don't, we can go ahead and get wrapped up. If we do not have any questions in the chat, just a reminder for you to follow us on Twitter. My handle is at TrishSellsATL.com. Follow us on Instagram. My handle there too is at Trish Sells ATL. And I'm sorry for Twitter. It's at Trish Sells ATL, at TrishSellsATL.com. That is my website though. For YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Trish Sells Atlanta. On our Facebook page, just type in Trish Sells Atlanta and the Facebook page pops up. Please like it. This is where the most information comes through on the Facebook business page. You can call or text me at 404-819-4495. You can email us at info@TrishSellsATL.com. So thank you so much, everybody who tags, who likes, who shares, who is out here referring and sending me business. The one thing that I did not put in this newsletter, because I just found out the other day, so the newsletter was already out, is that I capped. And so that means that I have invested the cap amount into my business and I can now collect 100% of my commission. And so I'm thankful for my brokerage. Trish Sells Atlanta is brokered by and powered by Keller Williams Realty Buckhead. I am grateful for my brokerage and able to be a part of such an amazing group of agents in office. So thank you. Shouts out to our OP Brett, who has came through the door and has made some amazing changes for the betterment of my office. And so that is all that I have today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, for tagging, for liking, for sharing. Don't forget to go to Amazon Alexa or Google Music or iHeartRadio or TuneIn or Pandora and search the Southern Belle of the ATL to listen to this podcast. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful day. Many blessings to you.